Years ago, a decade ago, we used to have 95% of Mexican nationals coming across. That number has changed. Now we're having about 85% Central Americans, about 10% Mexicans, and still 5% from other parts of the world.
From San Diego, California to Brownsville, Texas, there are 48 border crossings where you can legally go from Mexico to the United States. This bridge spans the Rio Grande between the Mexican city of Juarez and El Paso, Texas. It's crossings like these that the Trump administration is trying to encourage people claiming asylum to use. But here there are more than 200 people waiting in line to claim asylum already. And the line moves so slowly, most migrants will be sleeping on the sidewalk for more than a week. Many of them are Cubans fleeing communism. These Cuban women have been making their way through Central America for more than 10 months.
We had a lot of problems along the way. The police in some places took our money, assaulted us, and the immigration authorities were even more corrupt.
She's been sleeping on this bridge for 5 days already, trying to enter the U.S. the right way. The wait keeps getting longer, though, because so many people enter this sector illegally, because jumping the fence means jumping to the front of the line. This is the reason the Trump administration sent more than 7,000 troops to the border, to shore up the fence between the points of entry and encourage people to come in the right way. Earlier this year, the president's zero-tolerance policy on enforcing family separations caused international outrage. But here in Juarez, I found many Central American families who are being separated from their loved ones by lax enforcement of immigration law. This man left his home in Guatemala 18 days ago with his 10-year-old daughter, but left the rest of his family behind.
We came here so I can support my family. I brought my girl, and I have 2 6-month-old twins at home.
So the number of asylum cases waiting to be heard in the United States right now is over 1 million cases. That's up 30% just this year. And what that means is that one of these Central Americans who applies for asylum or enters the United States illegally and is given a court date may end up living in the U.S. for over 3 years before they ever go in front of a judge. Now, when they do, there's a good chance that their case will be rejected, because more than half of them are. But even if they are rejected, many times they just melt back into the society and keep living in the U.S. illegally as long as they can. And that means their families back in Central America will be without fathers, mothers, and breadwinners, potentially for years to come. From El Paso, Texas, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN.